Hi there, it's Kaylee from Crochet Unraveled, and today I wanted to teach you the anatomy of a crochet stitch. So what I've done here is just crocheted one row of double crochet because this will help to just illustrate what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's turn it around like we're going to crochet this direction. And the first thing I want to teach you is the front and back loop of your stitch. So here is the wrong side of the row that we just crocheted. We're just going to turn it up. And here you can see are these little braid-like spots right here. So the front and back loop. Let's look at this stitch. So this little guy right here, closest to you, that is called the front loop. Oops. And then the one farther away, that is called the back loop. Sometimes in patterns they will specify which loop to crochet through, but if they don't specify one or the other, then you're just going to put your hook underneath both the front and the back loop when you are crocheting your stitch. Okay, so front is close to you when you're crocheting, and then the back is on the far side. All right, so now I want to show you the third loop. This is a little more rare to use, but sometimes patterns do want you to crochet into the third loop, and here is where that loop is. So you have your front and back loop here, and the third loop is the one that's right underneath both of those. Sometimes it can be kind of tricky to get your hook through there, so if you are crocheting through the third loop of a stitch, sometimes it helps to crochet a little bit looser, so it's easier to get your hook through there. So that is the third loop. All right, and you're just going to put your hook up through it like that, and that will kind of push the braid look to the front and make a really, really cool effect if you're using that third loop. All right, now let's talk about the post of the stitch. So it's good to know what the post of your stitch is, and all that is this little section right here that kind of makes up the main body of your stitch. There are stitches that are called front post and back post, double crochet for instance, and in that case you would either put your hook from the front or from around the back. It's a little trickier. And this can create more of a 3D effect in your work, which can be really cool. I've used this on ribbing for a sweater, and it can be used for just so many other things, and it's more of a three-dimensional effect, which is really, really cool. All right. And now let's just talk about the space between the stitches, which is this. That's it. That's all it is. For your taller stitches, like your triple crochet and so on, even double crochet, you will notice that there's a little bit more space in between those stitches than there is in certain stitches like single and half double crochet. So that's all that is referring to. And then a couple more things. So this isn't necessarily part of the stitch, but this little piece of yarn right here, this is called the tail. And when you are finished crocheting your project, you're just going to weave that tail into your stitches, and it will make it all but invisible when you're done with your project. And then this right here, this is the yarn that goes to your ball or skein or cake of yarn, and this is called your working yarn. So sometimes you will get instructions that differentiate between the tail and then the working yarn, so it's good to know that this is your working yarn. All right, and then one more simple little concept here. Since we crocheted starting this row, starting from right here on this side, and we went this direction, this is the front of the stitch. So that's the front of your work, or the right side. Oftentimes the side that you start crocheting on, that is called the right side. And then if you flip it over, here's the wrong side, which shows the back of your stitches. All right, and that is all that I have for you today. Hopefully that helped you figure out something in your pattern, or just helped you prepare to crochet something in the future. And you will be able to refer back to this video if you need to. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. You can go ahead and leave a comment down below, or head to my website, crochetunraveled.com. There you can sign up for my email list, and you can send me an email directly, and I will be able to respond to any questions that you have. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day, and happy crocheting.